national team player that Sandy talks about with you the most often?
Oh, that's easy.
Martin.
No, it's Rido.
Rido,
He loves Rido. He loves playing with him. He thinks he's so talented. Sandy does not he compliments him so much that he's like, I love playing with him. It's the best. I can't. I'm like, okay, he's like, no, he's so good. I think everybody on the team really enjoys playing with him.
You're from basketball and he's from football. I mean, what common grounds do you find together between the two sports?
Common ground we kind of find with that is any athlete has the same type of demands and commitment.
Yes, sure.
So he really the funny thing is he loves to watch basketball and I love to watch football.
Oh, seriously? Okay,
so it works out really well.
Halo sahabat kompas.com, kembali lagi nih bersama gue Firzie Idris di SPORTY, seputar olahraga terkini, acara yang membahas isu-isu paling mutakhir di dunia sepak bola dan juga olahraga. Dan kali ini kita akan membahas suatu topik yang juga istimewa bersama tamu saya, the lovely Aislinn Konig. How are you,
I'm
Aislinn?
good. I'm very good. Thank you.
Ya, Aislinn ini beliau adalah pemain basket profesional, tapi juga adalah istri dari bek Timnas Indonesia, Sandy Walsh. Dan kini kami berada di Sapori Delhi di Fairmont, Jakarta untuk berbincang-bincang langsung dengan Aislinn. Okay, you told me you've been here for a week and you definitely went to those two matches. How was the experience of watching the football yesterday?
It was incredible. I think as an athlete, being in that type of atmosphere is so special because I get to appreciate it from the aspect of how I would have experienced it if I was playing. So there's nothing better than being supported by such passionate fans. And even though I am not of Indonesian nationality, when we were standing and everybody was singing the national anthem and you see 60,000 people screaming the anthem at the top of their lungs. People are FaceTiming their family members so their family members can sing along to it. My eyes started to water. I started to get emotional because I know what it feels like to have even a small crowd do watching something like that and sing the anthem and be so proud. So to even imagine the feeling that the players are having, I was very emotional. Even now, a little bit of tears.
So, maybe you know the lyrics a bit, because Sandy, I guess he practiced Indonesia Raya, Tanah Airku a lot at your guys' home.
He actually has them memorized now, so not so much. But when he was first learning them, I don't know all of the lyrics, but I know enough to know the spots because he used to sing it non-stop, trying to memorize it.
Oh, that's so cool! Yeah, because we saw all the players they all with all their hearts they play it, and it's so wonderful to see them how the passionate they are with the national anthem. Also, Tanah Airku, it was such a special moment. Obviously, at the end of the game, I think those are the moments that you guys are waiting for, right?
Yeah, I think when you get to see people and athletes be so passionate about the country, it also gives the fans more energy. It gives more meaning to the games, and that's super special.
Oh, exactly. And the crowd yesterday gave an excellent appreciation for Sandy at the game. Tell me your feeling when you hear his name being chanted.
I am so proud of him always. I think especially in this round he played incredible.
Yes.
And he showed so much quality and so much talent. And I told him actually this is probably the best that I've ever seen him play, and that I was so proud of him and so impressed with him. And to see that everybody else feels the same way and is chanting, I'm sure for him feels really good because I'm his wife. So he's like, yeah, you're supposed to do that. But it makes me incredibly happy that he gets kind of that celebration for all of the hard work that he's been putting in.
Yeah, and he almost gave an assist to a Puskas Award yesterday. But yes, Sandy, Verdong didn't finish the chance, right?
Get out of here, man.
So nice. So about your career, you are playing in Flames Carolo Basket?
I did 2 seasons ago.
Oh, 2 seasons ago.
I'm now in. Well, I was just playing in Spain for CB Haides right outside of Murcia.
Okay, so you're from Canada.
Yeah.
Vancouver is a English-speaking part of Canada, or
the entire country offers schooling in both English and French, and my parents chose to put me in French, but Vancouver itself is like an English city.
So when do you started to believe that you're good enough to be a pro?
I come from a family of basketball players. Everybody in my family played. My parents, my aunts, uncles, my grandfather still played. My sister plays now in university in the US. So I had grown up watching basketball, and I guess I had just absorbed it all because I was playing soccer first.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you played soccer, okay.
Yeah, for about 7 years I was playing soccer.
Nice.
And then I decided to switch to basketball, and it was almost like I had found where I was supposed to be. At soccer, I was okay. I wasn't.
What position did you play in soccer?
I was a center midfielder.
Center midfielder, okay.
Yeah. So,
nice.
But I was good, but I was just really tall and really fast compared to everybody else. So we don't know how good I actually was. But when I went to basketball, it was kind of natural. Everything just kind of fit in, and very quickly I became quite good, and nice. I went to the national team for the first time 2 years after starting to play basketball. So it was kind of one of those things where I was exactly where I was supposed to be.
Okay, cool. So you got the experience to share your passion and knowledge about basketball to a few Indonesian young women players. I think it was 3 days ago, and you describe it as one of the happiest moments of your life. How did it go?
Being able to share basketball with especially young female athletes is like the best part of being a basketball player. Now I play basketball as a job, so as any job, it's not as fun as it is when you're just doing it for the joy of doing it. And when you walk into a gym filled with young athletes who have their whole career ahead of them, have all of the passion, all of the dreams, it kind of allows you to find that joy again and really enjoy it. So I really had a fantastic time with them. They're so much energy, passion, and a lot of talent here. So it's really great to be able to work with them.
Cool. So you played in Canada, and then you played in France, and then you now play in Spain. I mean, the two biggest countries for basketball in Europe. What is the biggest challenges that you ever faced going there?
I have always loved traveling and being in different situations. So it was never too much of a challenge necessarily in going there. And the basketball isn't the challenging part. The challenging part is having to choose between spending time with your family or doing your job. I'm always very, very far away from my family. I think I've lived away from my family in the last 10 years, 9.5 years. So that's the most difficult part of doing that. Now I have Sandy, and we have made choices to prioritize the relationship and stuff, which, can sometimes be difficult, but so far I am very, very happy with it, and being able to spend a little bit more time with the people I love is very important to me.
Cool. Okay, talking about the Walsh family, I mean, how did the two of you guys met, and was sports a big part of your connection from the start?
Sports facilitated our meeting because I was in Belgium because I was playing professionally, and he was there obviously playing, and I think I'm a softie and a romantic, so I think we would have found each other anyways. But it definitely made it easier to find each other because we were in the right places at the right time. And I can't imagine that I would have been living in Belgium.
Oh, so you're living there, you're not playing there in a way?
I was playing there, but I don't think I would have been able to. I would have found myself living in Belgium if I wasn't playing basketball. I think I would have chose somewhere warmer.
Yeah, it's a bit cold over there.
It is very
cold.
Did
you guys met through a common friend or through?
No, very, very modern love story. He messaged me on Instagram after a picture was posted of me by a club when we were at a party. He was at the same party, but he was asleep in VIP, so we didn't meet.
Okay, so you told me the part that sports played in in your connection. But what is it like in the average day of the Walsh's household?
Oh goodness, we actually are very normal people. Like I feel like people like maybe have this idea that we're doing something crazy and glamorous all the time. Because I'm taking a little bit of a break from basketball currently because I had a back injury, and we're just got married, just finished the Olympics. Yeah. It's been 14 years of like hard going nonstop. So I'm taking a little bit of a break. So our normal day is Sandy wakes up before me to go to his club to train. Yeah. I wake up, I go to the gym. Okay. I come back, I make breakfast. I work from home a little bit. He comes home, and then we go to a cafe maybe, and then we spend the evening. I make dinner at home. Like it's not like anything super special. We're not living some crazy glamorous life. Like we live in sweatpants.
It's super cool. So what is Sandy's love language? Does he cook at home? He cleans the dishes? He gives you flowers every day?
He does a little bit of everything. So we try and do the love languages more for the other person. So I know with Sandy, it's quality time and it's those things. So I make sure that when we're together, I put my phone away and I don't do anything. Nice. When it's with me, I'm a little bit more acts of service. And so when he comes home and I'm still working, he will put out a plate of fruit and nuts and stuff for me. And then he'll tidy up the apartment as we go around. So those are the everyday things that we do. And he does surprise me with flowers every once in a while. So that's nice also.
Oh, that's cool. Your favorite pastimes together, what are you guys doing usually?
We really love traveling, and going to cities. So our the best thing we do is typically we would go maybe on a weekend trip if he has free time to another city and just spend the weekend there and walk around, go to the museums, do the cafes. That's typically our favorite. Otherwise, we build Legos together.
Lego cities, Lego.
I like the botanicals.
Oh, the botanicals.
And he likes the cars. So we actually got a ton of those gifts, and we appreciate them so much. But please, we have such a little apartment, and if he could, he would put them everywhere. And I would like our house to still look like a house.
Everyone needs to have a Lego at their
I know,
household.
but we have so many now. I was because I told him, I don't care. I have all my books. Yeah. So you can, in my bookshelf, put your Legos, but let's keep it tasteful and normal, not crazy. But at this point, every time he comes, people gift him Legos, and they're beautiful Legos. But now I'm you have more Legos than I have books almost. So,
so the only way is you need to move to a bigger apartment. There's no way he's gonna let go of his Legos.
I know. He needs his own whole other room for them.
That's super fun. So speaking, you're from basketball and he's from football. I mean, what common grounds do you find together between the two sports?
The common ground we kind of find with that is any athlete has the same type of demands and commitment.
Yes, sure.
So he really the funny thing is he loves to watch basketball and I love to watch football.
Oh, seriously? Okay.
So it works out really well. All of that.
So you complement each other in that way, right?
But on top of that, we're very understanding of the things that the other person is going through. I've played on a national team. I know what it is to be at national team, the commitment you need, all of those things. So when he comes here and he's exhausted and he can't call with me that day or something, I don't get upset. I don't do that. It gives him a little bit of grace, a little bit of space to do the things he needs to do. So it's kind of both of us, and he does the same for me when I'm in those situations. So it makes the relationship smoother.
Okay. Can Sandy play basketball? And if he watches basketball, what team is he watching?
He doesn't have a specific team, but his favorite player is James Harden.
James Harden, okay, cool.
Yeah. And no, he cannot play. He cannot play. He will easily, if you want to see him score a layup on me, you can message him on social media and he will send it to you because he loves it. It's his favorite thing to do. However, it is propaganda because he only takes that clip from the whole thing.
Just from the whole, he doesn't show anything else.
And you know, he's a sore loser. I have to let him score every once in a while. So he's too competitive if I don't.
But I think it's a good thing to have that competitiveness, even with his own wife.
I mean, I feel like when you're married, the competitiveness is even more. Like, what's better than beating your partner at something?
She's the main sport.
Like if I can, he won't play football with me because he's like, I'm worried that you're actually better than you say you are. But we will play in the apartment with like a little tennis ball, we'll just mess around. And I nutmegged him one time and he stopped immediately and he went and sat and he was like, we're done. This is not happening anymore.
Sandy.
So.
Nice.
So
nice
with a
insight.
tennis ball?
Yeah. Nice insight there. You play basketball together, and if you train together, do you guys train together? And if so, how does it affect your bond?
We do train a little bit together.
Yeah.
We'll go running together. I make him do some Pilates with me sometimes because he's got bad flexibility. We've got to work on that. But also we go to the gym and lift together.
Okay.
I have a little bit more experience in the lifting just because in basketball, weightlifting is a little bit more part of our preparation whereas football, it's a little bit less. It's used as a lighter and more but I have been taught to use weightlifting as a way to, prepare the body and also fix injuries.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been helping him a little bit with that, and we go to the gym and we work on those things. And I think it builds the trust because we also understand each other's limitations in that situation. We understand the motivation, all of it, and it increases our understanding of each other overall, I would say.
Nice. Speaking of understanding, if you could compete in a mixed doubles team or team event together, what sport would it be and why?
Okay, so we actually played 2-on-2 for the first time in his life when we were in Spain. And the funny thing is actually the movements in basketball and the movements in soccer are very similar.
Okay, in what way?
In the way that people cut, the way you read situations. So when I'm watching soccer, I can see the movements the same way I would see it in basketball. Nice. A lot of the way Sandy will it's like a give and go almost where he'll pass the ball and then run
he runs
behind.
To the space. Yeah,
that's the same thing in basketball. So when we played 2-on-2, we were actually incredible. Because,
you got that bond already.
Yeah, because all he did was go and run and do layups, and I was passing, so we would be playing, and then I would know he was about to cut, and without looking, I'd be able to throw it like this behind my head, and he would get it and do a layup. And afterwards, he was like, "This is so cool!" And I was like, "I know." It's the same move.
But can he finish the move though?
He does layups. He's good at layups. He's good at. I do the outside shooting.
So you complement in that way. But other than basketball, maybe there's some other sports that you guys do together.
We tried to do paddle. I'm not very good.
But it's really popular in Spain, and actually it's growing in popularity here in Jakarta.
It's so much fun. I really enjoy it. He is incredible at it.
Oh yeah.
He's very, very good because he used to play tennis before soccer. That was his sport before. So he's very, very good. I'm not so good. He's working on his temper with that. We've gotten in some fights of hey, you need to calm down. I am just learning.
So competitive. Yeah,
because he's super good. And we go and play against his best friend and his best friend's girlfriend.
Okay.
And his best friend's girlfriend is plays semi-pro.
Semi-pro. Okay.
And then his friend also played tennis. So I'm the only one who isn't good at racket sports there. And he's like, and then I'm like, slow down, please. But no. But I'm not so good at that. Badminton I'm good at though. So I would do badminton easily.
How come you played badminton when you were younger or?
Yeah, and I'm 25% Chinese, and then in school, and in school, lots of Chinese students in my
they
school.
Play badminton.
So when we played badminton in gym, PE class, it was hard. we went aggressive.
Indonesia, our people are crazy about badminton. Yeah, you know that? Have you ever experienced watching the game in Istri? Maybe you should one.
I would love to. I haven't been here for matches here, but I've watched in the Olympics and everything. You guys always do really well in those types of situations. So we watch there, and Sandy likes watching it as well.
Ah,
so,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe he could bring you here when the Indonesia Open or Indonesia Masters like playing. It's crazy. The people here are crazy.
That would be
about
incredible.
badminton. Okay, talking about Sandy and the national team right now, which national team player that Sandy talks about with you the most often?
Oh, that's easy.
Martin.
No, it's Rido.
Rido,
He
okay.
loves Rido. He loves playing with him. He thinks he's so talented. Sandy does not he compliments him so much that like he's like, I love playing with him. It's the best. I can't. I'm like, okay, like. He's like, no, he's so good. I think everybody on the team really, really enjoys playing with him. Yeah. Like, I think even Martin was like, you should come over to MLS and try and all of this stuff. And
seriously, Martin has said that about Rido. Try to play in MLS.
They all love him. They think he plays so hard and that he's so talented. And for sure, like Sandy talks about him all the time. So
nice.
Yeah.
Have you ever met Rido yourself? Or?
I have like in passing. When we're here, they have to be super, super focused. Sure. And they're running from one meeting to a meal to training to all of that. So I've met him in passing and like said hello and everything, but no, I wouldn't say I like know him really well. I mean, I know my husband talks about him a lot, but.
Yeah, that's cool actually because obviously because Rido and Sandy played in the same flanks, so they need to have that understanding also. Yeah. Like, does he call Rido? I mean, what you know in Belgium, like, do they communicate outside of the national team?
I think the whole team, like, they have the group chat, and and I'll be like, it's like middle of the night. Who are you texting? He's like, I'm talking to the boys. I'm talking. But no, they all message and keep up with each other in their group chats.
Oh, good. Nice to hear that. Okay. So, Sandy scored 2 goals for the national team already. How long does he actually talk about each goal after every match? You'll never hear the end of it, Laura.
It's not like a consistent thing. It's not like he's like, oh, this goal. But like every once in a while, he'll be like, remember this. and then he'll like be like, look at it again. But it'll be like 2 weeks later. And I'm like, yes, I remember that. Like, of course I remember that. He's like, oh, so nice. And like, he's
so cool. Especially the first goal again, his second goal for Indonesia against Saudi Arabia when it was Ragnar's shot that hit in, and I asked him, so was it your goal or Ragnar? He said like 100%, it's my goal. he obviously confident it's his goal.
Yeah, he was very confident about that one. But I mean, yeah, he just is so proud of them.
Yeah.
But more so like about doing that with Indonesia on the highest level. And I think, when he scored those goals, I remember being on the phone with him, and he didn't care that he was the one who scored the goals. It wasn't about like, oh, like that. A personal thing. He was like, maybe maybe these will be the difference between going to the next round or not. And it was more about like, I'm so excited, like I'm so happy that maybe this is something that can help, and I contributed in that way, because they struggled a little bit to get goals in that one, and those goals, though important, were not the like cleanest goals ever. So he was just so happy that this might have been, something that helps them get through. Ultimately, it wasn't, but it gave energy to the team, and that was what he was more interested in. Yeah,
because he scored his 2 goals against Japan and Saudi Arabia. Not two easy teams to score against. Yeah, he must be so proud about that. Yeah, the whole nation is so proud also about him, especially the goals against Japan. We're struggling so much in that game, and even though it's like just 1 goal in a 3-1 game, but it makes us finish the game in a high. So the mood, the feeling in the crowd when I'm here is so high. So yeah, we appreciate him for that. So, and with Sandy's 29 now, maybe my last question, what do you hope his legacy will be when it's time for him to hang his boots?
Oh, what do I hope his legacy will be? Well, personally, I hope that he's proud of himself and he's happy with it. I understand what it feels like to work so hard for things, and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, but you have to be proud of the effort you put in before. I know what he would like his legacy to be is he tried to come to the Indonesian national team almost 8 years ago now.
Yes.
and it's been a goal and a passion that has been driving him for those 8 years, and now he's finally here, and we're on the cusp of potentially making a run to go to World Cup. And I think
in your home nation also.
Yeah, I know. And I think I can say easily that his legacy that he hopes to do is that when he finally hangs it up, he walks away from an Indonesian team that is going, it's not a question of whether they go to a World Cup, they're going to every World Cup, and that they are competing at the highest levels, and winning against a team like Saudi Arabia is no longer a historic moment, it's an expected moment. And I think that is the legacy that he is really hoping to leave behind, because he has so much love for Indonesia, for the country, for the fans, for the team, that is probably his ultimate goal.
Wow, thank you so much for your time today, Aislinn. So much information, so much. Yeah, it's nice to know how you guys met, how Sandy is at home, because a lot of people are they are really crazy about him, really crazy about the national team. I hope you enjoy the rest of your stay in Indonesia, and maybe next time we can talk again in Sporty. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Ya, begitulah sahabat kompas.com, interview kami bersama Aislinn Konig, pemain basket di Spanyol yang juga merupakan istri dari Sandy Walsh. Terima kasih sudah mengikuti, klik like and subscribe, dan terus nantikan Sporty di kompas.com.